Missing Children of Virginia, Jamal Abdul'Faruq, and the Unsolved Murder of Basil Abdul'Faruq. Jamal Abdul'Faruq was born August 12, 1982, and is missing from Richmond, Virginia. Jamal was 7 years old, 4'5" tall and 47 pounds at the time of his disappearance. Jamal's favorite food was pizza. He enjoyed playing and watching basketball and liked the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Jamal and his 8-year-old brother, Basil, were dropped off by their stepmother at their mother's apartment in the 1700 block of Clarkson Road on April 16, 1990. At 2:30 p.m., the two boys went outside to play in the yard, while their mother, Tamber Ellis, went inside to sleep due to having worked the night shift the day before. Once Tamber woke up, she searched for her sons, but had no luck in finding them. After searching for 45 minutes, Tamber decided to contact police. The boys never returned to the apartment. 3 days later, Basil's body was found, fully clothed, in a Chesterfield County landfill 10 miles from the boys' home. Basil had been bound, gagged and stabbed twice in the back. His skull had been fractured post-mortem. His killer placed him inside a plastic garbage bag and tossed him into a dumpster, where he later turned up in the landfill. There was no evidence of Jamal at the scene, and he has never been heard from again. Investigators detained the boy's father, Everett Abdul'Faruq, for 3 hours after the discovery of Basil's body. It was initially believed Basil had been killed inside his father's residence, however a search of the property failed to turn up any evidence to support that theory. Everett refused to take a lie detector test, saying that it was contrary to his Muslim beliefs. Eventually, Everett and Tamber were ruled out as suspects in Basil's murder and Jamal's disappearance. Authorities believe it is possible that Jamal is still alive.
Thanks for bringing VA cases to the forefront. I'm in Henrico, and I'm glad to see someone highlighting some of the missing cases here.
Here is old post about this case. When I first read the description of Basil being bound and gagged, I also thought it was a sexual predator. But the part about the fractured skull happening after he died made me think it was someone trying to make it look like something else. I have too many questions. Why did they originally think the crime happened in Dad's home? Did it have to do with the stepmom? What was stepmom's story? This had me thinking of the Atlanta child murders. In that case, it was believed the kids went willingly with the murderer since no one noticed when they were taken, so most likely there wasn't a struggle. Many believed it had to be a cop since they are seen as an authority figure who could easily get kids into his car without a struggle. I don't think this case involved law enforcement or had anything to do with those cases, but it made me think about how hard or easy would it be for a stranger to take two boys within a 30-minute window without anyone in the apartments or the neighborhood noticing? The Atlanta murders involved kids in the early teens, so I guess since Basil and Jamal were younger, maybe it would be easier.
Great write-up, and great idea. I haven't heard of this one myself. Cases that involve children of color so often go under the radar. I don't have much else to contribute in terms of ideas as to what happened. I hope there will be answers eventually, so this boy's killer can be brought to justice.
With the skull fracture being post-mortem, I have to wonder if they know if it could have happened from being tossed in a dumpster, garbage truck, and then the landfill, or if they're certain the murder did it.
So, what's your theory on what happened? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.